Good morning, Barker Learning Community. At this time, I would like to welcome Catherine Mallon to the podium.
Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our concert choir seniors will now lead us in the national anthem. Please remain standing.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
The invocation will now be given by Brad Cantrell.
Good morning. Thank you to all the friends and family for coming this morning. Now, today's graduation ceremony is usually one that is a celebration. However, most graduation ceremonies also come with it being scary, some sadness. It can be scary because a new chapter of our lives starts when we wake up tomorrow morning. And along comes a new chapter, change in the future, which change is always scary. The unknown is also very terrifying, and we're stepping out into that today. The sadness from a graduation ceremony comes because when good things end, such as high school, you tend to be a little bit sad. Not just because sad things and really good things end doesn't mean there can't be something greater waiting for you down the road. Seniors, as we move on into our new beginnings, I hope that we can all find joy in the change of our lives. There's beauty in the unknown, and the best thing we can do is embrace it, or else we're just going to be miserable. I pray that each of us finds joy in the little things of life, and that we step out into the world with courage and confidence that we can do anything that we want. I pray that we can have confidence that we can accomplish anything we go after, and that we can truly attempt what we want in this life. Because we all have dreams and we all have aspirations, but they're just dreams until we go and make them our own reality. We can all make a change in this world, but don't ever let the world make a difference in you. May God bless each and every one of you, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Brad. The Barker Concert Band will now play their special music titled Majestia.
Any seniors that have been in band all this time can come down and play this piece with us. Please come.
Good morning. I would like to welcome everyone to the 111th Barker Senior High School commencement ceremony in honor of the class of 2023. As I reflect on my years here at Barker, I can honestly say that I am incredibly grateful to be graduating such a wonderful senior class. There's a wide variety of young men and women in this graduating class in terms of talents and aspirations. However, there are common underlying qualities they all share: high expectations, empathy, and good old-fashioned grit and determination. These young people also care deeply for their school and their community. I have seen this as well as our faculty. We've seen this every day, and I've seen it over the last several years, thanks to many of the wonderful people here. We have students in this school who have helped literally run it at times, whether it was lifeguarding or being a mentor to elementary students, tutoring their fellow students. They care not only for how they themselves performed, but how we all do here in Barker. The young men and women you see here on this stage are about to set off into a large and complex world. In the world today, we need great people, and we are lucky that we have many of them here on this stage today. After getting to know you all over the course of the past several years, I am confident in all of your ability to go out there and take on this world. However, we here today implore you to continue to care for the Barker School community throughout the rest of your life. This is a true form of a quality education. To be able to succeed in an ever-changing world, yet still be a caretaker of your home community. On behalf of the Barker Central School District, its faculty and staff, it has been a privilege to work with all of you. Congratulations. At this time, I would like to welcome to the microphone the class of 2023 salutatorian, Catherine Mallon.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and those with the good sense to do away with the whole affair. Now that Mr. Carter is not the principal, as you can see, we are all wearing hats inside. Thank you all for joining us in the celebration of our efforts as students. I would like to share something that I have learned during my high school career. Adults can often be inadvertently discouraging by saying things like, "These are the best years of your life," and "Wish I could go back to high school." Apparently, the difficulties of high school are easily forgotten. I hope so. It's rough, but I've found it is better with help. Some of you will remember a Mr. Rogers quote about his mother. He said that she would tell him, "Look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping." This is a vital thing to remember through life, especially in difficult settings like schools. I would not have ranked this highly in my grade if I had not had help from my teachers, doctors, friends, and most of all, parents. It took me a while to realize I could benefit from help. Once I realized I had already overworked myself trying to keep up on my own. There's a lot of value in allowing your parents to sit with you while you work and being honest with teachers to get wiggle room deadlines. Teachers are also people, and they want their students to learn and be successful. Sometimes what you really need is medicine or treatment, and that's where doctors come in. High school is hard. Middle school is hard. No one can get out entirely unscathed without assistance. Let people help. Often they want to. High school is difficult by design. Hours of school followed by hours of homework, sports, music, work, and hobbies, all while growing into who you are. The coronavirus pandemic added so much difficulty to an already difficult experience. Suddenly, the air was full of panic, and everyone was isolated, and everything was paused indefinitely, except for growing up. This led to our age group being one with the strangest high school experience in the past 50 years. For a while, I'm sure nobody could grasp the magnitude of the situation. Many of us may have not yet realized the full effect of these events on our lives. It took me a while to catch on, and even then, I did not ask for help for a long time. Unsurprisingly, as soon as I started looking for help, I found it, and everything started to get easier. Some of you already know and are looking and finding your helpers. You all can have better lives after you realize it does not need to be this hard and you do not have to do it alone. Despite all of that, I'm still pretty hard to beat. Make sure to clap really hard after the valedictorian speech.
Thank you, Kate. Mr. Reimer, Mr. Piscati, and Mr. Genru, please join us on stage for the commencement awards.
Morning. The Barker Central School Administration awards an engraved clock to our valedictorian, Lily Montany. Lily also received an award of $100 at the alumni banquet in memory of Gerald S. Blow. Lily's name will be inscribed on a memorial plaque which is displayed in the high school foyer. The Barker Central School Administration awards an engraved clock to our salutatorian, Catherine Mallon. Catherine also received an award of $100 at the alumni banquet in memory of Elizabeth Spafford Trinder. The remaining top 10 seniors are recognized for their hard work and academic achievement during the past 4 years at Barker Central School. Will the following students please stand to be recognized? Abigail Heidemann, Lydia Sampson, Allison Hotelling, Madison Miller, Angelina Delgrolis, Cameron Heffron, Lucas Flegel, and Aiden Boss. The next award will be presented by Mr. James Bittner. The Lions Club presents 3 scholarships to seniors who are outstanding in scholarship and community service. The recipients are Angelina Delgrolis, $1,000. Abigail Heidemann, $500. And Catherine Mallon, $500. The Lions Club presents the Dix Wheat Memorial Scholarship to 2 students who are outstanding in community service and who plan to enter the trades field. The recipients are Allison Hotelling, $1,000. And Maya Goodale, $500. All the awards allocated are a direct result of the Lions Club's local fundraising efforts. Thank you. Six Barker Teachers Union scholarships of $500 are given to seniors who intend to further their education. Receiving scholarships are Angelina Delgrolis, Cameron Heffron, Allison Hotelling, Catherine Mallon, Madison Miller, and Lily Montany. The Doris Winship Newton and Joanne Greenwald Memorial Scholarship has been established to provide financial assistance to a graduating student at Barker Central School who plans on attending a 2- or 4-year program with a concentration in math, science, or healthcare. The scholarship has been established to honor and memorialize both Doris Winship Newton and Joanne Greenwald in recognition of their contributions to healthcare and the local community. This year's recipient of $500 is Madison Miller. The Herbert W. Carr Post number 425 of the American Legion presents the Bud Gordon Memorial American Legion Scholarship in the amount of $500 to Allison Hotelling, who has earned the respect of her peers and has demonstrated the qualities of leadership, service, and patriotism. The Barker Central School Parent Teacher Organization recognizes 4 students with a $100 scholarship for their volunteer efforts with the Barker PTO and other community organizations. The PTO encourages these students to continue their works of generosity throughout their lifetime. The Barker PTO scholarship recipients are Angelina Delgrolis, Allison Hotelling, Catherine Mallon, and Alexa Glinicki. The next award is presented by Mr. John Sweeney. Mr. John Sweeney, Lodge Secretary, presents the Somerset Masonic Lodge number 639 F and AM Scholarship of $100 to Daniel Mezeray, recognizing his academic excellence. The Avon Study Club grants an award of $100 to a senior who maintains the highest average in the study of English over a 4-year period. This year's award is presented to Lydia Sampson. She had an average of 97.75% over 4 years of English. The Student Athlete Award, provided by an anonymous donor of $500 each, is awarded to Lily Monthony and Aiden Voss, who have maintained an average of 85% or better while earning varsity or junior varsity letters throughout high school. The following awards were made at the alumni banquet, and students are asked to stand and remain standing as their names are recognized as read. Please hold all applause until all are standing. Citizenship Award, Lily Monthony. Americanism Award, Abigail Heidemann. Senior Class President Award, Catherine Mallon. Gerald Blow Valedictorian Plaque and Award to Lily Monthony. Elizabeth Spafford Trinder Salutatorian Award to Catherine Mallon. The Gerald Blow Scholarship to Lily Monthony. Milford and Mary Pratt Scholarships, Angelina Delgrolis and Catherine Mallon. Roger P. Harrison and Sally A. Higgs Harrison Memorial Scholarship, Abigail Heidemann. Roger P. Harrison Scholar Athlete Scholarship, Madison Miller and Lydia Sampson. Scholarship in memory of Herbert F. Ludwig, Daniel Mezeray, and Alexis Weeks. Professor L. Maraviglia Scholarship, Allison Hotelling. And in memory of Marion S. Pike, Cameron Heffron. This concludes the awards part of the ceremony.
Thank you, Mr. Piscati. Please welcome the class of 2023 valedictorian Lily Monthony.
My fellow graduates, over the past 4 years here at Barker, we have learned many valuable things. Mr. Dursar made sure that everyone could restate the quadratic formula in their sleep. Mr. Scoville made sure that we could all work our way around a piece of poetry without being totally clueless. Well, kinda. Mr. Ross taught us all that it is in fact possible to do 2,023 push-ups in the classroom the last week of junior year. All of this is valuable information, that will without a doubt influence the way that each and every one of us moves forward in our lives as we enter adulthood. However, I truly believe that the most important thing that we have been taught over the years here at Barker is the importance of hard work. Throughout our time at the small school of Barker, it is widely known that although the school is small, our teachers never used the small class sizes as an excuse to take it easy on us. If anything, they use this as an opportunity to get to know the strengths and the weaknesses of us all and to better prepare us to be contributing members of society. Members that understand that you cannot accomplish anything without working hard. Over the next few minutes, I would like to talk about what we have learned, the people we have to thank, and the people that we have to remember. I told you all that the most important thing that we have learned is the importance of working hard and accomplishing our goals. Let me give you a few examples of what I'm talking about. In English class our junior year, Mr. Ross tried to stress the importance of ethos, logos, and pathos. I'm pretty sure Alexa still doesn't understand what that means. We talked about the words tirelessly, and even though we were all super confused, I think by the end of the year, our continuous efforts to understand, we had the general idea. At field hockey practice, we would all complain as we ran the warm-up laps. Usually, Aaliyah and Ashlyn would talk about how they had a cramp. Mackenzie would continue to wish that she could have longer legs, which, by the way, still never happened. Meanwhile, Maya and I just wanted to go back to bed. But in the end of the season, we really saw the importance of our hard work as we almost won our section, which is still bittersweet, so I'm going to move on from that. I'll never forget when Mrs. Monaco made us all do the awful budgeting project in government. Hearing Aiden complain about the cost of having cable TV and listening to Maddie talk about how, in this price range, she would never even think of having a child or cooking more than one real meal per week. It was terrible to have to choose a job, pick some random city, and boom, plan our whole life on a month's salary. But it taught us that in real life, we don't just throw ourselves into these situations. We work hard, and over time, our goals come into reach. I think the most important memory I have was when I made the decision to change my life for the better and get involved with the sports programs in my freshman year. I'd always been active and played sports outside of school, but never in a million years did I think I would get myself back on track to join the field hockey team. Until the day I let Lexi convince me that I was good enough to play for Barker field hockey. I remember my first practice just like it was yesterday. I showed up with soccer shin guards and a stick that was probably from the 1800s if you were to ask Mr. Moeller. One lap into the warm-up jog, and I was done. At that moment, I was ready to give up and walk away right then and there, although I could hardly walk as it was. These girls could run for days, and I could hardly run for 1 minute. At the end of practice, 3 hours later, I could hardly stand. I'll never forget when Mr. Costello looked me in the eye and said, "The hardest part is showing up. I'll see you tomorrow." I couldn't understand why that was the best thing he had to say to me until I was laying in bed that night and I realized, even though I may not have been in the best physical shape, if I was mentally willing to show up each and every day to put in the work, that was all that mattered. Mentality cannot be taught, and if I was mentally strong enough to show up and train each day, then I deserved to be a part of the team. Over my 4 years as a Lady Raider, field hockey never failed to teach me the importance of working hard to achieve a goal. Each year, I came back stronger, and by the end of my sophomore season, I felt like I had been playing forever. I worked hard, I stuck with it, and I saw the results. Next, I would like to take a moment on behalf of myself and my fellow graduates to thank the people that have brought us here. I would like to thank all of the teachers here at Barker. Thank you all for working to give us the best education possible, for holding us to high standards, and never settling for anything less than our best work. I would also like to thank all of the higher levels of administration. Although we don't get to see you on a daily basis, you work tirelessly to ensure that our school experience can be as good as possible. Last but not least, I would like to personally thank my parents as well as the parents of my fellow graduates. Moms and dads, thank you for believing in us and supporting us through this difficult time in our lives. Your love and comfort is irreplaceable. When there was nobody else left to rely on, you were always there as a shoulder to cry on. Finally, I would like to take a moment to thank and remember those who are not with us today that helped us support us on this journey. I know that all of us have lost someone who is near and dear to our hearts, whose words live on within our minds and our personalities. Although they are not here with us today, as we begin the next chapter of our lives, they also deserve to be thanked as well as mentioned. The way that we reflect on the way they used to treat us or the silly little things they used to say is one of the most important things in developing our own individual personalities that will lead us to be successful adults. They may be gone, but they are never forgotten. So I say, thank you to all of our past loved ones for all of the amazing memories, and I hope that we can all make you proud. So now we are high school graduates. Soon enough, we'll be standing outside of the main doors, throwing our caps up in the air, taking pictures with our families, and hugging one another as we say goodbye and move on to the next chapter. There will be many laughs and many tears. We will do our best to stay in touch with each other and remain involved in the community. But we will all be living our lives and doing our very best to succeed. As a final thought moving forward, I would like to leave you with a quote from one of my favorite characters from the TV show The Office, Dwight Schrute. He said, "I am ready to face any challenge that might be foolish enough to face me." Thank you all.
Thank you very much. At this time, the 2023 class president, Kate Mallon, will present the mantle to Xander Detchner, the 2024 class president.
On behalf of the graduating seniors, I am passing on the mantle of the senior class to the incoming seniors. Make the most of this next year. Don't forget to pause and look around before it's all over. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of fun, but you're ready.
Thank you. This is the hour. This is where your paths will differ. Everyone has a different goal in life, and this event marks the beginning of each of your journeys to fulfill your dreams, your hopes, and your ambitions. I wish each of you the best of luck. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. James Bittner. Mr. Bittner is our distinguished alumni speaker. James graduated Barker in 1976. He went on to Cornell University. James currently resides in the district and is a local farm owner of Bittner Singer Orchards. Mr. Bittner is the president and general manager of the overall operation. He and his wife Margot raised 3 children, all of whom are graduates of Barker Central Schools. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Mr. James Bittner.
First off, something that's not written in my speech. Everything I've heard about these graduates is just really impressive, and all their talks have been really impressive also. And I think everyone needs to be very proud of the quality of this class. And I really think you need to give them a hand. I graduated from Barker Central School in 1976. And I'm sure the class of 2023, it seems like a very long time ago. In your eyes, I'm probably as old as dirt. Let's just agree, I've been around for a while. Some things have changed since I graduated from Barker High School. Some things are the same. My hair is still the same length as it was in 1976. My mother still thinks it's too long. At graduation, unlike graduation day back in '76, when the graduation was in high school gym, was very hot. I'm wearing pants today. None of us guys are wearing pants under our gowns because it's so darn hot in that room. It was clear to my teachers at Barker School that I couldn't spell. I still can't. I say English is my second language and I don't have a first. My ambition, printed under my senior picture in the Latrotter yearbook, said my goal in life was to learn how to spell because I ain't very good at spelling. And the entire sentence was spelled incorrectly. I learned a lot at Barker Central School, but I learned a lot more after I graduated. Some by making mistakes, some from other people, and some by just pure luck. I would like to share with you a few of the things I learned that might help you as you leave Barker Central School. I'm a fruit farmer. My biggest fear as a fruit farmer is a hailstorm. In 1996 and 1997, I was hammered with hail in both years. My fruit was badly damaged and had to be sold at a steep discount. Things were really bad in the fall of 1997. I was really down in the dumps, and to be honest about it, I was probably broke. People would say good morning to me, and I would reply, what's so good about it? One day a friend looked me in the eye and said, if you keep up that attitude, you'll never get out of the mess you're in. Stop wasting your time moping about your situation and start looking around and figure out what you can do about it. Find a solution, take one step at a time, make changes that'll move you forward. Maybe they're not big changes, maybe they're not going to get you everywhere you want to be, but make changes and move forward. I did those things, and I came out of that low point. Another thing I learned in the last 40 years is don't burn bridges with other people. You're never going to agree with everyone 100% of the time. It just won't happen. But even when you disagree with someone about something, do not destroy the bridge. You never know in the future when there will be an issue that you both will agree on, or a problem that you can work on together to be able to get something done. Slammed doors are hard to reopen. Yes, you'll need to walk away from someone sometimes, but just walk away. Don't slam the door shut and don't burn the bridge down. Rebuilding relationships is hard. Best not to lose them in the first place. The third key I'd like to give you is to say thank you to someone every day. Most people do not succeed without the help of other people. Whether someone lends you a hand, teaches you something valuable, or is just nice to you. Say thank you once in a while. You'll feel better, they'll feel better, and the world will be a better place. There's so many teachers at Barker I wish I'd thanked for their support and lessons when I was here. There are those in the business world that I have thanked for their help and advice. There are those in my family I thank regularly for their help, their encouragement, and their love. So let me conclude by thanking you for letting me share some thoughts, and I hope they'll be helpful to you after you graduate from Barker Central School. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bittner. At this time, I would like to introduce Dr. Kaylee Blumreich. Dr. Blumreich is a member of the Barker graduating class of 2005. She is a triple board certified physician in the areas of internal medicine, pediatrics, and adult infectious disease. She currently works at Eastern Virginia Medical School in Norfolk, Virginia as an assistant professor in the Division of Infectious Diseases. Dr. Blumreich also conducts medical missions and has traveled to Guatemala, Peru, and Thailand. When she is not working, she loves spending time with her husband, 3 children, and 2 dogs. Please join me in welcoming the student-selected speaker, Dr. Kaylee Blumreich.
First of all, thank you guys for picking me. I'm super excited to be here, and it's an honor to share the stage with Mr. Bittner as well. It is a great honor and privilege to address the class of 2023 this morning. I would like to dedicate this speech to 3 members of the class of 2005 that are no longer here with us. Steve, Derek, and Bethany, this is for you. On this day, 18 years ago, I was sitting in the same chairs that you are sitting in today, eagerly anticipating not only my future, but also the arrival of my youngest sister. Of course, she made us wait until October 10th, but I won't hold that against her. It is an incredible privilege to share the stage with her as well today. In no more than 8 minutes, I would like to share a few pieces of advice in hopes that it will inspire you to follow your dreams, whatever they may be. Find your tribe. I wanted to start off with this piece of advice because without this, I would not be where I am today, and there would be no second half of my speech. In 1938, the longest running study on aging started in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and several years later expanded to include people in Boston as well. By tracking the health of the study participants, researchers were hoping to find patterns that led to healthy and happy lives. In both groups, the researchers found that maintaining a network of positive relationships and social supports was associated with longer life and better health outcomes. It's those strong social ties and relationships that promote resilience when life gets hard. Those that were described as loners did not live as long. Why is that? It's because humans were never meant to do life on their own. Isolation and loneliness are powerful forces that can destroy lives in so many ways. Mental health is health. It is just as important as casting a broken bone, controlling your blood pressure, or taking antibiotics for a bloodstream infection. There will never be a day in which the world would be better without you in it. If you've ever had these days or these thoughts, please reach out. Tell a friend. Call the suicide hotline. Speak to a counselor. Go to your doctor because there is hope. If you cannot see it, then perhaps let someone else see it for you for a while. Find your tribe. My tribe is my husband, my parents, my in-laws, and some friends who chose to believe in me. Maybe you haven't found your tribe yet, but just because they are not in Barker, New York, does not mean they don't exist. Look for them and invest in those relationships. Surround yourself with people that speak life into you. My journey into medicine began with a gift. Now, I'm not sure who gave it to me, but I know that at age 3, I had a toy doctor kit and a Cabbage Patch doll. My earliest memory is saving her life time and time again with that toy doctor kit. Why I had such a sick Cabbage Patch doll, nobody knows. But since then, I have told people that I wanted to be a doctor. I knew nothing about being a doctor, but I knew that doctors helped people. My parents have always helped people, and I wanted to be just like them. No, they are not physicians or in healthcare at all, but they help people. From providing meals, giving rides, taking care of children, helping people with their gardens, cleaning out houses, visiting people in the hospital, and just being there with a listening ear. They chose to bring me alongside them as they helped others both locally and internationally. It did not matter how old I was because there is no age limit to serving humanity. Then, the first time that I worked alongside my dad internationally was when I was 11 years old. There was one particular day that we were working with a group of people that lived in a garbage dump. They had makeshift shelters that they had put together with old mattresses and cardboard. They would also comb the piles of trash for food. In that moment, I decided that I wanted to help them. I wanted to be a doctor for people like them. Since that moment, I have worked hard to put myself in positions to help a global community, whether it was going on more trips, shopping for local refugee populations, raising money for bed nets to help prevent malaria, or providing medical care here in the United States. This brings me to my next piece of advice. Live for a greater purpose than just yourself. Everyone has something to give to others. Occasionally it is money, but more often than not, it isn't. Time will forever be your most valuable resource. Spend it thoughtfully. Sometimes the journey to your dream is bumpy. I applied to 25 medical schools over the course of 2 years and was rejected by every single one of them. With every rejection, my dream took a hit, but I did not waver, which brings me to my next piece of advice, and that is to keep an open mind. Your path to your dream may not look like what you thought it would look like. It may actually be even more beautiful than you can even imagine. I decided to take a more non-traditional path to medicine and ended up at American University of the Caribbean School of Medicine in St. Martin, where I was given the opportunity to travel to Guatemala on my first medical mission. Now, I knew that I was just a medical student, but this was my chance to finally do what I thought I always wanted to do. As the line wrapped around the school where we were having our clinic and the patients trickled in, I knew I was where I was supposed to be. Of course, as I opened my email on the way home from that trip, I was hit with an unwelcome dose of reality. My grades were in, and I had failed 2 of my classes. I had never failed a class in my entire life, and now here I failed 2. Which brings me to my next piece of advice. Sometimes you need to make a change. If I had any ounce of hope to return to the field someday, I needed to do something drastically different. It seems that the study method that had kept me afloat until this point was failing miserably. So after a little trial and error, I figured out what I needed to do, and from that point on, I never failed another test. So please, find your tribe, live for a purpose greater than yourself, keep an open mind, and do not be afraid to make a change. No matter what you want to do with your life, remember these things. As I conclude this address, I would like to leave you with a quote by Earl Nightingale that has inspired me throughout the years. Never give up on a dream just because of the time it will take to accomplish it. The time will pass anyway. I may have been working towards this moment since the year most of you were born, for real, but I stand here before you now living my dreams. If I can do it, so can you. So congratulations to the class of 2023, and go Bills.
Thank you to our guest speakers. At this point, I would like to invite Mr. Reimer to the podium as he has some words for our graduates.
Good morning to you all. It's so great to be here in the Odd celebrating another graduating class of the Barker Central School District. This is number 111. Can we give them all one more round of applause? I would also like to thank all our parents and staff who have supported these soon-to-be adults grow into the individuals they are today. Your patience and perseverance in getting them to do their chores or homework or whatever, no matter how much they didn't want to at times, is such an integral part of who they are now. So thank you to all of you as well. As many of you know, at graduation I like to talk about some of the keys to success for our graduates once they walk outside these doors. In the past, I've talked about perseverance, building relationships, love, and more. Those were reflected very much in the speeches you've heard so far today. As I look back upon the past year to focus on what I wanted to share with you about this year, I thought about my own graduation just a little over a month ago. I was sitting in an auditorium, just like you, listening to all the speakers, and all I could think about, no matter how awesome the things they were saying to me, was, I want to get out there and start taking pictures. So, I'm going to keep this brief. I've got about 2 minutes left, so just bear with me. I have 2 keys to share with you this year. The first one is going to be brevity. Be very careful with the words that you choose. Use them wisely, be succinct, be intentional. The words you use are very important. The fact that the word wit is in Twitter is not a mistake. If you didn't know what it was before, Twitter used to have a 140 character limit. I liked Twitter a lot when it only had 140 characters because it made you really be succinct, concise, and it made you think. Be intentional with your words, be clear, and be concise. I promise you, it will benefit you over your entire life. The second key I want to talk about today is ownership. Too many times in our world today, we put responsibility upon others for things we can control. Take ownership of yourself and your actions. Face challenges head on. However, when things go wrong, first look at what you can do better and not look to place blame elsewhere. When you do this, others will have more respect for you and will be willing to work with you when things don't go as planned. This also helps build and maintain the relationships, as Mr. Bittner talked about, that are so important in your lives. Be humble and own who you are, as only you can control your actions. Again, I promise you, this will help you make you go much further in your life. All right, those are my 2 keys for this year. I want to end with one more thing, though. I started when you were all in 5th grade. I'm a little emotional here. You were all in 8th grade when I started here. And I've watched you all grow and develop into unbelievably amazing human beings. I can't be more proud of all of you. It has been an honor and a privilege to watch you all grow up and do the things that you do. And I cannot wait to see the things that you do when you walk out those doors as graduates of the Barker Central School District. Congratulations, and I wish you all the best.
All right, the moment we have all been waiting for. Mr. Atwater, if you would please join us on stage for the presentation of diplomas. All right, here we go. The last thing this group of kids is going to do together as students of the Barker Central School District. Let's give them one more round of applause. They've been with each other for a long time. Let's get started. Lily Marie Monthony. Catherine Rose Mallon. Abigail Grace Heidemann. Lydia Jane Sampson. Allison May Hotelling. Madison Elizabeth Miller. Angelina Lynn Delgrolis. Cameron James Heffron. Lucas Michael Flegel. Aiden David Voss. Madison K. Alicastro. Mason James Alicastro. Tyler Michael Baker. Angelina Rihanna Broker. Bryce Daniel Broker. Bradford Michael Cantrell. Jose David Cerros Arias. Ashlyn Brielle Cole. Timothy Charles Dent Jr. Mackenzie Marie Celeste Dodge. Dawson Patrick Donovan. Wyatt Jack Equals. Maya Star Goodale. Dale Thomas Gruber III. Thomas P. Harris.
Let's get it, Tommy!
Levi Hunter Hauser. Mia Elizabeth Herman. Nathaniel Clyde Hess. Andrew Jason Hillman. Emma Marie Janicki. Joseph Anthony Mahar. James Philip Mason. Daniel Gerardo Mazaret. Julia Destiny Munn. Gavin Jacob Phillips. Phoebe Regina Rignall. Matthew Charles Ryan. Bailey Jacob Sikorsky Therian. Haven Shiziko Weiss. Logan Robert Tolliver. Alexis Marie Weeks. Aaliyah Eileen Wheat. Alexa Marie Linicki.
Are you ready? Robot, Mr. Harris? This is the most important part. Ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you the class of 2023. For you before you all right, you can move your tassels from the right to the left.
Congratulations. At this time, we'd like to introduce the Barker Concert Choir under the direction of Mr. Drew Burke to sing Saying Goodbye.
Somehow I know we'll meet again. Not sure quite where, and I don't know just when.
You're in my heart, so until then, on a star, on a cry, saying goodbye. It's time for saying
We're going to ask that everyone rise for the singing of our alma mater. The words to the alma mater are inside your brochure. Please be seated. The benediction will now be given by Senior Mackenzie Dodge.
Good morning. It is an honor to do the benediction. I want to thank family, friends, teachers, and staff for coming to celebrate with us and for all of the love and support you provide us. As this chapter of our life closes and another one begins, it is important to remember why each and every one of us is sitting here in this room today. I would like to say a prayer that could guide us on our new journey. You may bow your heads if you wish. God, give us the strength and wisdom to move on as we become the best versions of ourselves. Protect us as we leave our homes to explore and to start new chapters of our lives. Bless us graduates with hope so that we move into the future with eager and open hearts for what we love. Inspire us to believe the greatness of life even when we are faced with challenges and struggles. As we start our journey, help us to grow even more grateful, stronger, smarter, and wiser for what's ahead of us. Amen. It's crazy to believe we all grew up with each other and here we are graduating. We have grown into beautiful, wonderful young adults who are going to do great things in the future. Seniors, we did it. As y'all know, it wasn't easy getting here, but we, the class of 2023, should all be very proud of ourselves. Now, as we move on to the next chapter of our lives, I wish us all the best and can't wait to see what's ahead of us. Now, I want to take a point five picture so we can all remember this day. Thank you.
All right, one final weather report from me to the senior class. We have clear weather outside, so we're going to proceed right on out of here as graduates of Barker Central School. Honored guests, I ask that you remain seated as we begin the recessional with our graduated seniors, followed by the Board of Education and our teachers. One last congratulations to the 111th class. We'll see you next year in our 112th.